Has this ever happened to you? It's so cold now. Attorney Bob's Big Tits. 1-800-BIG-ASS-TITS.
Rambo Warrior reporting. Happy Friday, y'all. How you doing? It's windy today. I called to ask if there was a burn ban still on, because there's been a burn ban ever since they lit that big ass fire, and I wasn't the only one that started a fire. The prescribed fire that they prescribed got out of control too. This is my spear. There are many like it, but this one is mine. When you put two of these on one of these poles, it's very nice. I mean, because you can throw it pretty far. And it's got that grab. I woke up this morning. So this is how it goes. This is just gonna be a small bitch. It's gonna a light bitch about the world and stuff. So I get paid every 2 weeks, and every other paycheck that I get is missing that one half of it. The whole one of the weeks is completely missing. And usually they would tell me it was my fault. I'd go through the paperwork, turn something back in. I asked the lady, well, if you see something wrong, let me know. You know, a whole missing fucking week. You're making checks. You're the payroll person. You're making the checks. Somebody has a check, and it's 2 weeks. One of the weeks is missing. You know. Now, I don't know how many people they have, honestly, but I don't think it's a hell of a lot. I don't think if it's 100, maybe it's 100, but I don't think it's more than 100 people, and I don't even know if it's that many. But half of it's gone. It's not there. Now, what I started doing, because I have to fill out this form and I turn it in on Mondays, and my dad's supposed to do it, and he can't see. He doesn't do none of that. They know all this. So this is the thing about this compliance shit. They're already pushing people in ways like someone who's old and they're reserved. They don't use technology. They're not doing Office. They're not setting up in a website. They're not. The old generation isn't doing shit like that if they're not already into it. And when you get old and you can't see and you're frustrated, it's harder to think. They're not gonna learn that stuff. So I have to do all the paperwork, and that's fine. I'm not bitching about that. But they make it to where that person has to do it. So I have to do it, and I have to have an email to send from him, and it's his email. He doesn't email. He doesn't do any of that shit. He doesn't use those systems. They do not serve him. And push it now, when they push you into these different things with the compliance and all this stuff, and notice the words, always look for the words, because they've brought this into this job, and I'm sure other jobs probably all have something similar. So it's that they can get in bed the telecom communication with their app and their time clock, can get into bed with any job and financial institution chicanery that's going on. You know, if I went to a job that even if they direct deposited me a check, which this is the way they do it. And most jobs that I've had have had a setup like that since, all the way back to 2000, almost. You know? So that's not entirely new. But the integrating the phone into it, you know, where I have to, you know, because they want your location, they want all that shit. The phone is obviously a Trojan horse device, you know, monitoring you, taking screenshots and randomly and, you know, saving that data, or opening the camera and accessing it and looking at you and looking around and listening to your shit. Of course they can do all that. You know, and the fact that people act as though they're not, or like that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It is a big deal because they are using it to do nefarious shit against you. You know? There's like people who steal identities and then they secure some like payday loan or something. And then they pretend it's you. They're able to get it. They're not the person, but they have enough information to put in for one and have one put into their account. You know, this is something that women do a lot of. And if you get around a woman that's real shady about it, I know one, and she was always blaming everybody of stealing her identity and what have you. And I think that's because that's what they do. I've never stolen anybody's identity. I'm not interested in fucking mimicking anyone's fucking identity. I'm not a hacker. I'm not into fucking trying to get into your phone. But some of these people, they have that. They have that in their aura. You know, and if you come around them and you pick up on that, you know, I don't know what they're doing it for. If they're doing it for insurance companies, if they're doing it for the police, if they're doing it for the national security, I don't know what the point of it is. But you have a whole class of these people scattered in amongst us that you encounter all the time, but some function of their job is to penetrate your defenses and go all through your shit. Go all through your emails, go all through your text messages, all through your pictures. And the fact that people like this can just sit there, pretend to be friendly with you, they don't have a problem with that. Like somebody in the CIA could be doing that. You know, and that's their job. They're a spy. You know? Normal people, normal society, healthily functioning societies don't need spy. And in fact, if we evolve to where we're using our telepathy and shit again, try lying or stealing somebody's shit then. It ain't gonna work. You're not gonna be able to do it. You can get gunshots. Nice. Timing impeccable.
I'm some snakes. Yep. I'm ready to get out of it. Tiene cum să cană, mă, să oasă să cum să bag. Boss, and the mix. Oh,